wanted to try the chat out to see if it works. People come in and they can't chat. It really is wonderful. No, it's not. Anyway, last night I did my rebounder before I went to sleep, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I rode today and I'm a little bit sore from it. Usually that doesn't last into the next day with Carnivore, which is nice. Really nice. I don't know what the mechanism is behind that, but I drank plenty of electrolytes today in the form of Relight, Redmond Salt Relight, it's called. Um, it's a good electrolyte mix that doesn't have any junk in it. It's not flavored. They do have flavored, but I didn't get the flavored. I got the plain salt. And I've been doing, it's called monoclonal, not monoclonal, monoatomic. Monoatomic. Hello. Hello. Were you in here before and you couldn't chat, Pickles? It's okay. I haven't been on in since Saturday. Did you hear my dog ate a big hand towel, microfiber cloth? Were you in here when I told everybody that? It was insane. So I've been giving him um, mineral oil on his food, 2 teaspoons per meal. I know, crazy. So I called the vet right away. It was Saturday, and normally she doesn't answer her phone, but she saw it was me, and it's a small town vet, and so yeah, I know, it's been a week. It's been a minute since you've been in here, Pickles. So anyway, I called and she saw it was me, and she knows that I have a crazy puppy that eats crazy things, and she answered the phone. And she said, I'm afraid if he had that hard of a time, because he he wadded it up in his mouth. It was very big. Like, I don't know, you can't even see in the camera, but it's long. It's like a microfiber cloth. And like a long one, um not just a washcloth size, bigger, like a hand towel size. Anyway, and he wadded that thing up and he choked it down, but he nearly choked, like not breathing. Scared the crud out of me. Oh, the dog. If in hindsight I would have gone up and massaged it out of his throat, but I was just panic stricken. And I know how to do the Heimlich maneuver, but to think about doing it on a dog, I know it was insane. So anyway, I'm glad my chat works. Were you here earlier? Because I was in here. This is the third time I've been in tonight because I keep having people come in and they don't seem to be able to chat. So now my chat works. I know my chat works. So it's crazy. I don't know why um, live chat doesn't always work. So I had a writing lesson. Oh, you weren't here. You just got here. Okay. Um, I had a writing lesson today. I just got a new rebounder, which brand new. Um, ugly. You're an old hag. How old are you still? and my hollandaise sauce, because hollandaise sauce doesn't have egg whites in it. It just has egg yolks and butter. And so I will keep those in my diet because the yolks are good for you. And I don't think the yolks are the problem. I think maybe the egg whites and also cheese. I'm cutting out cheese. You have to go. Okay, pickles, no problem at all. I'm so glad you stopped in and you did a little bit of modding for me, so thanks. Yeah. Well, you take care and get sleep, I hope, in all of your busyness. Is it school that you're so busy with? Thanks, Pickles. I appreciate you so much. Okay. All right. You just come when you can. No pressure. Appreciate you coming in and saying, hey, good to see ya. Oh, you make things. Oh, cool. You sew? I'm gonna make soap with my tallow. I need to find a recipe with no lye in it. Ain't no lie. I should call it no lie soap. That ain't no lie soap. All right. Yeah. Yep. When I get it made, I'll put the links in. I should do an Etsy or something. Etsy shop. Okay. Hello, Amir. Oh, God, help me, Jesus. Amir, what are you here for? I look like your mom. Amir, what are you here for? What is I wish I could wholly or I could help you? What does that mean? You wish you could help me? What, with my thyroid? It's just something's gotta heal. I'm praying about it, been praying about it for years. Been doing what I can to. Hello, Blueberry. I remember you. How you doing? So my chat works. I had two chats before this that I went out of because the chat didn't seem to work. Nobody could chat. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing a fairly short live, especially since I already did two short lives that where the chat didn't work. And so I'm gonna I just thought I'd give an update. Had a good writing lesson, but I'm still having hip issues. I'm gonna get an MRI. Oh, you really like my content? Thanks. Yeah. Well, it was just skin cancer. So a very um, it sounds terrible, the C word, but um anyway, appreciate it, Amir. Um what Amir said about wanting to help me. Oh, you're gonna call me Carney? Okay. Hey, Kirti. How are you? So, anyway, I was telling Pickles Overload was in here and she's not here anymore, but she's one of my mods. She's a regular, and I was telling her that I'm changing my diet around a little bit more, just going cleaner carnivore. Um, I'll explain that in a minute, Amir. It is 8:15 in the evening, so I'll just be on here no more than 15 minutes. Yes, I'm from the US, Carthy. Sorry, I gotta look at the small print. Kirti. Anyway, I'm from the US. So, where are you from? Um, so my name is Carnivore Catherine because I eat animal foods only. A little bit of hot sauce, that's all. I am a caregiver, but I'm in retirement at this point because I had to go back to school for my caregiving certificate to renew it. So, you're from India, Kirti? Okay. That's what I kind of thought from your name. So, yeah, so carnivore, I eat beef. Tonight I had bone broth and with rib meat in it and um, the fat. I eat the fat because you need it. And then uh, butter, but not rendered fat. In other words, you don't want to eat too much melted fat or it will upset your system and your stomach and you won't be happy because it will cause diarrhea, honestly. So, but butter is very good and it's got a lot of nutrition in it if you get the grass-fed butter. So that or ghee. Um, and I am not lactose intolerant, Amir. That's a good question. But I am cutting out egg whites and then I'm cutting out cheese because I'm trying to heal my thyroid. And I think there's some things that might be um, blocking the healing. So I'm going to clean up my diet even more and just take some things out and see how I do. Um, so I'm trying to work on. So anyway, I'm not lactose intolerant, but I don't drink milk. That's a good question. But usually carnivores don't drink milk because milk can be problematic, especially if you can get raw milk, then it's not so bad. But you would want to do whole milk, not reduced fat. You want to do whole milk and heavy cream. And I was doing heavy cream for a while, but I'm thinking I need to cut it out for a while just to see. Here's the thing, Amir, about carnivore is you're cutting out carbs, so carbohydrates, which vegetables, fruits, things that turn into sugar like wheat, grains, all of those things, you're cutting them out um, to cut the carbs because carbs are not essential. Fat is essential. Our brains are made mostly out of fat, and other parts of our body need fat. Yeah, so it is like the keto diet, but it's like a step above keto because it's more low carb than keto. There's a little bit of carbs in eggs, but other than that, you're really zero carbs. Eggs have like point something less than half a gram of carb in one egg. So, anyway, I make these carnivore waffles and I'm going to try them with a little more collagen than what I put in it in the batter. And I put collagen and gelatin powder and 6 eggs, and then um, including the whites. So I'm going to cut the whites out and add some more collagen and see if my waffles still turn out because I'm cutting out the egg whites. So I really like my carnivore waffles. It was so fun to make waffles when I'm carnivore. You're afraid of doing, I'm reading this for the replay keto diet because a number of my friends and uncles developed health problems after keto diet, leading to death. Amir, I seriously doubt if they did it right that it would lead to death. Seriously. You need electrolytes. That's one thing. You need electrolytes because your body gets rid of fluid when you gets rid of the inflammation and you don't have the carbohydrates. Carbohydrate means hydrating, like too much. Um, but you have to have enough fat because you don't have energy if you don't have carbs, you need energy from another source, which would be the fat. I've been carnivore for over a year, and there are many people who have been 15 years carnivore, 5 years carnivore, 10 years carnivore, more than that carnivore. There's a lady, I forget her name, but she's been carnivore for a very, very long time, and she's in her 80s and she doesn't look it at all, and she's super strong. Kidney and liver problems. Well, uric acid, no. Uric acid develops from carbohydrates, from eating meat with carbohydrates. Uric acid doesn't develop from carnivore. That's a lie that meat causes gout. So, I mean, you can try it and see how it goes for you. And you can have your lab tests done and all that. The only part of my lab tests that are a mess are my thyroid, and that's been a mess for years anyway. So I'm going to keep going and keep doing the research because I don't think carbs are the answer. I know carbs are not the answer. And plants have toxins in them like oxalates. And I have detoxed from oxalates. Yeah, and Amir, I'm very skeptical of the uric acid because they probably weren't following it then. They probably weren't low on their carbs. I am guessing that they weren't. Cutting down on your carbohydrate intake is a good start. You know why it makes you hungry? Because you're not eating enough protein and fat. You need a moderate amount. I'm glad you're trying, Amir. You need a moderate amount of protein and a lot of fat. A lot. Then you won't be hungry. Because, okay, for example, I'll eat like maybe quarter to a half pound of meat in the morning. Maybe I don't eat quite that much. I used to. But I'll have some meat and eggs maybe in the morning and bacon. And bacon is part of my meat. And I won't be hungry until late in the evening. So I'll eat maybe at 11 or noon, and then I'm not hungry until 6 or 7. I ate at 6:30 tonight, and um I possibly could have skipped the meal, but I ate. So I wanted to make sure I had enough fat and that I had enough nutrients in my body. So I had some bone broth and rib meat with lots of fat and um, butter. I had about a maybe almost a quarter cube of butter or so because I'm working on doing a half a cube of butter, or no, a cube of butter a day is a goal of mine. Except I get plenty of fat from my meat too, so I don't know. But anyway, it's a high fat challenge that we've got going on in one of the groups that I'm in because you need the fat for energy. Anyway, it shouldn't leave you hungry. What kind of meat are you eating, Amir? That's a good question. You need fatty meat. You need to eat enough. You really do. Beef is a good choice, fatty beef, or add fat like butter. Not not rendered fat though, not melted fat, because 'cause it'll upset your stomach. I appreciate all your questions and all your comments, and thank you for being honest about your relatives too. Um, you need to eat enough. You need to eat enough or you will be hungry. So, okay, so here's the thing about chicken. Mutton's great because mutton is fatty. Lamb is mutton, right? Mutton is great. Beef is awesome. Lamb is very comparable to beef. You need ruminant meat more than now poultry and chicken and stuff. That isn't enough fat. Even if you eat the skin, even if you eat the thighs, the chicken thighs that have more fat, um, chicken just doesn't cut it. I found out last week I had chicken, or no, a couple weeks ago I had chicken and I dredged it in egg and then pork panko, and it should have been plenty enough fat with the skin on. Um, just a minute, Richard. I'll get to you asking about diabetes or commenting on it. So, anyway, I ate chicken. Here's what it did. It threw me out of ketosis because I have a meter that tests for ketones, and it also raised my blood sugar. Even though the pork panko is pork and it's not, shouldn't spike my blood sugar at all. But it did. And I believe It's because the makeup of chicken, the it's not the right kind of fat. There's antibiotics in it. There's different reasons, but also they just say that chicken and poultry, they're not the right. You can have them occasionally, but to eat it all the time and try to have it be satiating and really good for your body, it's not as good. So you want ruminant meats. So so you eat butter with bread, Amir. Bread is a problem. I love bread, but it doesn't love me, and that's why I make the waffles that I do, the carnivore waffles. So you have type 2 diabetes, Richard. So do you have to treat it with insulin? Um, I am pre-diabetic, but that's one reason why I'm doing this diet is trying to stay in ketosis and lower my blood sugar. Everyone should lower their blood sugar. Everyone should keep their blood sugar, you know, consistent. Like it can go up a little bit here and there, but it should go back down again. So, so anyway, so insulin, treating it with insulin is like covering it with a band-aid and it doesn't help. Like you still have to have, you could still bleed in your eyes and go blind and have limb amputations and all that crap. So that's nice, Amir. Thank you. Yes. So, Richard, I would encourage you to go low carb, go keto, and to pay attention to your diet because if you just say, well, I'm going to eat this cake or I'm going to eat this junk or whatever, and you eat it, and then you just, I'm going to take this insulin beforehand so that it, so it helps my blood sugar. That's really not good for your body. So, anyway, so I've been working on staying in ketosis, and for some reason I went out of ketosis a couple of days ago, and I've been trying to get back in, and I've just been in low level ketosis, and I'd rather be in a higher level. So I'm trying to get back in there. Sardines work really great, although a lot of people don't like them. Rice is not good. Brown rice or white, either one. They will spike your blood sugar. You might as well eat straight up sugar. That and bread. Bread, rice, all those high carb foods. So I hope you will consider going low carb, going keto, or even carnivore. Carnivore is super easy because you don't have to count carbs. You just eat meat and fat and make sure you get enough fat for energy level. Yeah. Wait, I missed something. Who's been type 1 since a young age? Amir? I missed it. Because you said you eat eggs in the morning. It's good you eat eggs. That's good. Amir, I only have to eat twice a day because I'm full enough that I don't need to eat 3 times a day. So I don't know who you're saying had diabetes from a young age. I missed it. Oh, your mom. So anyway, I just really believe in low carb. You guys are so kind. Sometimes I get the meanest people in here, and then I get the kindest people in here. And I really appreciate it when I have kind people in here. It's really nice. It's refreshing. So, I'm gonna go ahead and knock off. I've gotta go to bed and get up and hopefully get up early because I wanna do some stuff before I have to leave at 9:45. A lot of people don't go on insulin. That's what they need it, and that's when the eyes and other organs get affected. Yes, but also you could go on less insulin if you go low carb. I just really believe in it. Go low carb, high fat. Thanks for being here, Richard and Amir, and Pickles Overload was in here earlier. I hope you will come back, like and subscribe. Um, my channel is growing. It's like 430 odd subs or something, and um, oh, you had chicken legs. Well, that's carnivore. But aren't you starving? You should eat a fattier meat, Richard. Find some fattier meat. Like, here's what I do. I go to one more thing and then I'll get off. I go to Costco and I get a chuck roll and it's a big piece of meat. I ask the meat guy for it. I have to ask the guys in the back or find one of the, butchers, whatever you call them, the meat men at Costco. And I find one of them and I ask them for a chuck roll. And they're like, a chuck roast? No, a chuck roll. And just tell them the big, basically, side of beef. And they give you about $128 worth of meat, which is about 25 pounds or so. And I cut it up myself. And it's fatty. Um, thank you, Amir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you will try. I hope you will just cut down on your carbs. That would be good and increase the fat and see how you feel. See how it goes. If you don't add enough fat, you won't have enough energy to go through. Gotta have enough fat. And I would guess that probably is what happened to your relatives that you say went on a diet, that it was probably too high a protein, is what it was. Because you go into gluconeogenesis with too much protein and not enough fat because your body has to get energy, and so it turns the protein into glucose in order to give, get the energy. But it's not a good thing because it can raise the glucose too much, just like diabetes. and it can cause the same kind of complications that diabetes is. So I had to find that out the hard way myself because I thought I was getting enough fat and I wasn't. So now I'm very careful to almost dose the fat like a almost like medicine. I make sure that I get enough fat every day. So you're welcome, Amir. Good to have you. Was I in the middle of saying something? I'm tired. um, oh, yeah, my subscribers have increased, so I am really appreciative, and my views are increasing, so I will be able to um, do more videos as YouTube start when I am able to monetize. It will help too. So, but like and subscribe because 88, 89% of people who view my videos are not subscribed, according to my analytics on YouTube. So let me know how it goes, Amir. Come back. You too, Richard. I hope that you will. Um, I hope that you will consider going low carb, high fat, and see how your blood sugar goes. Because people reverse diabetes. They do. So that's nice, Amir. Thank you. I really appreciate it that you did that. That's awesome. Thank you. I didn't have to delete anybody except my mod deleted one person tonight. So that's always nice to not have to kick people out of my lives just because people come in and they they're not here to be helpful. They're here to be harmful. So I appreciate you, Richard and Amir. Bye-bye. Looks like we might have a couple others in here too from the numbers up above. Says there's 4 people in here, but I'm going to go ahead and get off. Do come back and visit again. Thanks. Bye, Richard. Have a good night. Bye-bye, Amir.